For today's adventure, we are at Martin's Auto Museum located in Glendale, Arizona. It's Matt Joby-Wan Kenobi here, and he's going to tell us a little bit about Martin's Auto Museum.
Thanks for coming in today. We appreciate you being here. Martin Auto Museum, we have 190 cars on display today. We've got a free digital library on our website and videos on all the cars, so go ahead and check that out. When you come in, it's on our website, you'll see it there. But welcome to a fabulous place to bring the friends and family. We've got a free arcade room. We've got a carousel ride. So I'm sure Todd is going to show you all the ins and outs.
Exactly.
So thanks for being here. Have a great time.
All right, thank you. Thanks for sharing with us.
You bet.
All right. So the first car we're going to look at is a 1930s Duesenberg. And these cars are really cool. This one underwent a complete restoration here. And it's a 1930s Duesenberg Model J torpedo convertible boat tail speedster. Just look at all the chrome and beautiful car. My understanding is that Jay Leno was interested in buying this car at one time. Don't know if that's true or not. Last time I was here, it seemed like they told us that. Most of the cars here are very old. This is a 1937 Rolls-Royce 25-30/30 limousine. Talk about beautiful. Take a look on the inside. Very, very cool. Look at the license plate on that. Here's the other side right there of this Rolls-Royce. Rolls were originally hand-built, but I don't know if they still are today. There's the Rolls-Royce nameplate. Right now you're looking at a 1950s Packard Deluxe 8 sedan. These cars are very nice as well. I like the Hudsons and the Packards myself, particularly the Hudsons, but these are very similar. Well, I don't know if they're similar, but here's the insides of the Packard. I do know that they in Hudsons sometimes put Packard motors, so in that way, they were really similar. You can see the back of it right here. So it looks very, very nice. This museum I would recommend, definitely. If you look right behind you, you can see the rows and rows of cars that they have here. It's a really clean place, really nice place to come visit and check out all the many cars that they have. Now, if you're familiar with Back to the Future, you would know what this is. This is a Delorean. Now, this one has not been modified. It is just a regular DeLorean, the way it would have come out of the factory. And if you look here, it even tells about it. If you want to pause the video, you might be able to read that. But it's a 1981 DMC DeLorean. And of course, they show Back to the Future because that's a lot why people know what they are. Now I'm gonna go over here and check out the motor. As you can see, they have the out of time license plate that says Back to the Future. So this is what the motor looks like there. Very interesting. Okay, this one is a 1956 Hudson Hornet Custom 8 Hollywood hardtop. And the reason why I like this car so much is that my parents had a 1955 Hudson Hornet, and it was very similar to this, but this one, at least the sides and the back are the same, but this one is different. The front has a different front end, which doesn't look as good as the 55, but still is a nice car. Now, my parents' car was the color of the bottom, kind of the greenish, the lighter green, turquoise-like color. The whole car was like that. But the back end had the Continental kit on it. It had window. Everything else is pretty much the same. Here is a 1955 Hudson Hornet, like my parents had. The tail lights are a little different on the 55 compared to the 56. And here's the insides of this. Now, there are certain cars here that they allow you to sit in. If you ask them, I got to sit in this one the last time I was here. This is the last time I was there. I got to sit in this Hudson Hornet. And they also opened the hood for me then. Here is a look at the engine last time I was there as well. If you look at this right here, it says this one is rare. 1956, only 1,053 produced. If you like model cars, they've got a lot of them in this room here. A lot of die-cast cars. Tons of them. We've got some Kachina dolls as well. I guess that's just from the Southwest. Part of this being in Arizona. And my understanding is just one guy has all these cars. Not positive on that, but I think it's just one collector here. And this is a non-profit collection. So he just had so many cars that he let people look at them. And here's a 1948 Tucker. We're going to look at one of those. They have one here. Here's a 58 Plymouth Fury, like Christine there. Lots of race cars. And fabulous Hudson Hornet there. Lots of die-cast cars. Now in this room, this is all Corvettes. Personally, I like these type of Corvettes. The 60s and the 50s. The best of any Corvettes. This here you're looking at a 1966 Corvette C2 Stingray convertible. There's a look at the insides here. Then they have newer Corvettes over there. And then the other ones, although it's another red one over here. This one, these I like a lot. This is another 60s Corvette. Let me see, it's got a 427 in it. You can see on the hood scoop. And this one is a 1967 Corvette C2 Stingray. Also red. And then these are the other ones I like right here. 1961 Corvette C1 convertible. Now I didn't realize that that's a 61. You can check out the inside on this as well. Right there. There's some beautiful cars here. And this one is really nice. I like the colors of it. This one here is really nice. 1958 Chevrolet Corvette C1 convertible. The two-tone there. I think they put these doors locked, stickers on them so people don't try to see if they're open. People don't mess with the cars, which I don't blame them. But these are the ones, in my personal opinion, that I like Corvette-wise. What's your favorite Corvette? Put a comment in the comment section. Let me know what your favorite Corvette is, or any car for that matter. Now this is a 2003 Corvette. And this is 2003 Chevrolet Corvette, 50th anniversary of the Corvette. Indy 500, so it probably was a pace car. Indy 500, May 26th, 2002. It's the pace car for that Indy 500. I know a lot of times they used to use these Corvettes. Now this one is different, which I like though. Let's see, this has to be a 60s something Corvette. 1967 Chevrolet Corvette C2 Cutaway. Kind of shows, they raised it up and shows the parts to it. And right here you can see that inside the gas tank. And you can see the frame and transmission and engine. Now this one has one of the headlights up and one down. I would imagine they did that on purpose. And this, I would say, let's see what's back here. So given how that opens up, does that mean that the convertible top goes inside there? That would be my guess, but I don't know for sure. Now this is the other one right here. I like these as well. This Corvette, to me, these are the last of the Corvettes that I personally like. 1978 Chevrolet C3 Corvette 25th Anniversary Special Edition. I like this one too. I'm not big into sports cars, but I like this. Limited edition. This museum mostly has old cars, but they do have some like this that are a little newer. I mean, they're all old cars, but there are some that are a little more newer than others. Aren't quite as old. Let's put it that way. Here's a 1978 Volkswagen Beetle convertible in black. So it's black interior as well. Fuel injection. I'll show you the back of it here. Kind of got to talk over the music because music doesn't go well with YouTube, so I kind of got to talk louder and talk over it. Over here you have a Chrysler 300. Let's see, this one's Chrysler 300, 1963 Pace Setter convertible. So that's what this one is. There it says Chrysler official pace car. Pace car as well. 47th Annual 500 Indianapolis Speedway, May 30th, 1963. We've got some really nice cars. Probably say that over and over, but they do. If you're into the Pantera, here's a Pantera. Look at the motor. There's the motor right there. Kind of like in the back window there. Let's see what year this is. Don't know a lot about a Pantera, but I've heard of them. 1973 Di Tommaso Pantera L. That's what this is. And here is a Pontiac NASCAR. It says 1988 Grand Prix SE Daytona 500 Pace Car Edition. I mean, even cars like this anymore, it's just nice to see that, you know, they've been kept up and they're nice. You can kind of go back in time and see these cars. Now this car, if you had Hot Wheels, you used to have the Beatnik Bandit, and this reminds me of that. And that's called the 2004 Streetnik Bandit. So I bet it's made by the same guy. Little Daddy Roth. If you're familiar with that name, I've heard of it before. But very similar to the Beatnik Bandit. They have all kinds of different cars here, so if you're in the area, I would definitely come and check this place out. So to me, that's Daddy Roth right here. This picture right here where my finger is, that's Beatnik Bandit. And see, it has a dome on it. And the Hot Wheels car that I had was purple and was the Beatnik Bandit. So it must have been made by the same guy. Now this is interesting because it says here 1970 Kaiser DJ5 mail truck. The Jeep DJ, also known as the Dispatcher, is a two-wheel drive variant of the four-wheel drive CJ series. Production started in 1955 by Willys, which was renamed Kaiser Jeep in 1963. 1970, American Motors AMC purchased Kaiser's money-losing Jeep operations and established AM General and a wholly owned subsidiary that built the DJ through 1984. That's why I thought it was interesting because it said Kaiser, but apparently that's who made them before Jeep, American Motors, and all that. So you may get the mail delivered at your house like with one of these. Although I don't think they do anymore. They used to. What am I thinking? They have those big boxy trucks that aren't as nice as these are. So it's basically just looks kind of rusted on the inside, but a very basic truck. Now, when I was little, they had these little three-wheel deals before these that they delivered mail in, then they went to these. Oh, one other thing I wanted to show you over here. Well, as you can see, the cars ahead of you. This one is interesting because it is an Edsel, and this is a 1959 Ford Edsel F350 medium duty tow truck. Can't imagine that they made too many of those. And I never heard that they made Edsels. Edsels is a Ford, if you're not familiar with that. Edsel was, I believe, Henry Ford's son. And the Edsel didn't end up doing too well, the cars they made. But really, it's interesting that this is a truck. So I didn't know they made trucks. There's a tow truck. It's got an American flag there. Here is a nice car here. Let's look at the front of it first, find out what it is. Oh, it's Ford. Or 1914 Model T Racer. I wasn't sure by the back of it. Look at the windshield. It's just a little round windshield there. Very nice. So here's another look at all the cars that are behind me. Tons of cars here. Very reasonably priced to get in here as well. Okay, right now you are looking at a 1965 Studebaker Wagoneer. And I could show all these, everything about them, but that just would take a long time. So we're just gonna show maybe a few of them, but not too many. But man, that's in nice shape. Never seen a Studebaker wagon before. Seen Studebakers. The ones I've seen were older than this. Well, I guess I have seen some that were more modern. Here's the, I'm gonna say it's an El Camino right here. Let's see if that's what it's officially is calling this. Yes, 1987 El Camino Custom 5th generation. front end is much different than I've seen on it. Okay. This right here is very interesting. A 1958 BSA motorcycle and Canterbury sidecar. This is very interesting, just the looks of the sidecar. There's the motorcycle, but look at that. Look at how cool that looks. That was pretty cool. Okay. So right here is a 1966 Pontiac GTO 400 Custom. Very nice car there. Look at that. So these are very popular cars, or were, and still are. But look at the insides on that. It's really nice. Black. Here's the back of it, right there. Muscle car. That's gonna do it for video 1. Make sure you watch video 2 next.